Okay, hello, my name is Christian Lucio, and I'm going to be presenting to you my end of course evaluation. So these are all the questions you asked me with some pictures, and let me read to you my responses. So, how have I grown academically or personally during this course? I've academically progressed by, of course, satisfying a course requirement that's allowing me to advance my degree and personally, I looked through a lot of my past memories, which kind of helped me understand my relationship with English a lot better. I think the memory I most look back on was my fourth grade writing teacher. She was absent one day of class and she didn't leave us very good instructions. She really just said, do your introduction. So the entire class did their introduction except for one kid. That kid finished their entire essay because she was just a little tryhard. And that teacher comes back the next day and she gives every single kid in that class a 30, a 30 on the essay. I am like 10 and she gives me a 30 on an essay. Well, my parents killed me. They were not happy with that. And it just, that moment exactly really put me off writing. And it just kind of, I kind of tucked that deep in the mind. This class really helped it, help me bring it out. What are my most valuable skills or knowledge that I gained from this course? I think the most valuable skill I learned during my time in this course was my ability to drop my ego and allow my work to be read and critiqued by others. I also learned how to give good and hopefully helpful, I really did try my best, but good feedback. I mean, I really did take it seriously. I hope the projects Uh, oh, and I hope the projects that didn't have like much work were able to use some of my feedback to help them. One of the ones that like the ones that didn't have any secondary sources, I would try to put like topics that I think they could research to help them, so they would have something to, look up if they're stuck. I was trying to help people. All right. What challenges did I face and how did I overcome them? The only challenge I faced was letting go of my insecurity I held towards my writing. I struggled at first during the first time we presented to class. I'd rather present the paper that I had written off just memory and kind of just, freehanding it, seeing what I do, or winging it, that's the word. Just winging it, just, I wrote it, but just, I didn't want to, read it. And once we had to allow our work to be reviewed again, I wasn't as anxious, after seeing how my peers really had no negative reaction and actually seemed to enjoy the initiative I took when presenting. Some of the feedback read that they liked that I was so eager to present. I was like, oh, guess I gotta keep that up. I was ready to, really present it today. No, honestly, I was not ready. I did not want to do it, but I was willing to. And I kind of felt like I was gonna have to be first because I knew no one else would want to be first. Right. How has my perspective or approach to this subject evolved throughout the course? Your concept of a rough draft has changed how I see writing. When you introduced the idea of writing a rough draft exactly how we would talk to someone, it made it so much easier for me. Before this, I'd always try to make my rough draft, like my final academic paper, have it everything perfect. It would just lead to me pissed off. I just could not do it. It was horrible. But your method, I just write. And then I could just sift through my ideas and, look at it, just finalize my work. What is one thing I enjoyed from this course? I really enjoyed the activity where I had to explain to you that a rocket ship wasn't our literacy project. It gave me a good laugh. It was fun. Really liked it. I also enjoyed the way you encouraged us to interact with our classmates. All of the peer review, having to read out loud. What else? When the one I really didn't expect was after the second time we did the review, after when we had to just go up to them and talk. A lot of people seemed real hesitant. I tried my best to talk to people. But I mean, some people they just, they didn't really leave me anything in my um I'm trying to pull it out right now. Nah, it's fine. My feedback, it was just like, oh, well structured, straight to the point. Yeah. Uh, Finally, I thought the way you handled kids skipping your class was perfect. It made me so happy to see those kids get reality checked. I took a summer class last year where the teacher said she would drop anyone with three or more absences. But then she was a sweet angel of a teacher. But then people just took advantage of her kindness, and they would skip, like, by the end of the year they would have like six absences, and the teacher would just keep allowing she would just allow them in the class, allow them to take the exams. And it was just messed up. The one time that really got me upset that I'm referencing there, which shown up an hour to an hour and 15 minutes late. It was horrible. She came in an hour and 15, or she came in an hour late to an hour and 15-minute long class. And she goes up to the teacher after because she goes, if anyone came in a little late and would like to be counted present, please come talk to me so you can get your thing. And that girl has the audacity to go up and go, can you count me present? Like, can you change it? And the teacher was like, no, absolutely not. You missed my entire class. And that was the one time she stood up for herself. I really wish she did it more. God bless her soul. And that's how angry it made me. Angry. And one thing I disliked about this course. The only thing I disliked is that attendance wasn't mandatory. I feel if students didn't think they had the option to skip this class, it wouldn't lead to so many kids skipping it on days when we're supposed to give feedback, especially since they most likely, no, they didn't have any work done. So they just said, oh, I could skip it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my grade, and then I could just do it. I can do it today, and then I'll present tomorrow, and then at least I'm skipping again. And I think it should be. You should at least say it's mandatory, or like how this teacher, where is it? Drop anyone with three or more absences, but actually enforce it. I think that would be great because I really wish people attended this course. They need to take it seriously. It's because these kids are straight out of high school. All right. And do I feel ready for English 1302? My next required English course is Humanities, and it is a complete reading class with just three reading quizzes over like three little books. All I have to do is just read a little bit every night, which I don't mind reading every night, and I'll be golden. Easy. And you helped me get this class I dreaded taking the most out of the way. Thank you. I am now set. This was this was stopping me from being core complete. So thank you so much.